a weight so that when you get to, somewhere around 6, 8 repetitions, you're feeling like you have one more what's called RIR, rep in reserve. You could do one more round, but it would be like, oh my God, I'm getting really shaky. That's the point you want to get to.
Hi, welcome to the Judy Terrell Show, where I explore topics intended to optimize every body 50, 60, 70, and above.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my sixth of my 6-part series on whole body exercises that work every muscle in your body in one combination move that you can do when you can't get to the gym, when you've run out of time for your workout in your home basement gym, life got in your way, whatever, but you still want to get something in. That's what this series is about, giving you one combination move that hits everything that you can do in 10 minutes with minimal equipment. One dumbbell or just your body weight. And this is geared towards my over 60 fit men and women, okay? I work with people all day in and day out, and 60 and 70 can be somebody like myself still competing in Ironman triathlons, or somebody at my same age or younger who, has a host of joint issues and health problems. They're looking to get fit. They know they need to exercise and they need to start somewhere. I work with that population, but that is not what this series is geared towards. This series is geared towards you if you're over 60 and 70 and even 80, and you sometimes get stuck not having enough time for your workout and you don't want to miss it. All right. So these are one combination exercise. This is number 6. There's been 5 others. Go back and look for those that you can do. It'll take you 10 minutes. You can do it almost anywhere, and it's going to check that box for getting your strength workout in, functional strength and pliability and flexibility for the day. Okay, when you're time crunched. All right. I'm going to show you the move. I'm going to do 2 executions of it, and then I'm going to talk to you about it, form, and I'm going to give you modifications for, the most common modifications that I might need to make for somebody, and then we'll go from there, okay? For this one, you do need 1 dumbbell. I'm working with a 20. That's my sweet spot for the weight I'm using for functional strength training. If you've been doing weights, you got to experiment, is my point. It could be a 5, it could be a 2, it could be a 50, but for you got to find the weight that you can, get somewhere between 8 to 12 repetitions and get to that rubbery feeling, okay? So let me show it to you and then you can make a decision, all right? So here's what it looks like. It is a standing exercise. You're going to put your dumbbell horizontal right in front of you. You're going to take your hands, clasp them in front. You're going to do, feet are hip distance apart, slightly turned out. You're going to sit back into a squat, and then you're going to come up and you're going to do a rotation circle. That's 1, and then alternate sides, 2, and then 3, and then 4. Then you're going to come down, elbows on your thighs, take your dumbbell, and you do 4 alternating 1-arm rows. Okay, your back is flat, your elbows are on your thighs to keep that position. Then you put it down, that's 4, you come back up, and that's 1 execution. Here comes number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, come down, elbows on your thighs. That makes you lean, but supported, so your back is not at risk, and then you do your 4 rows. Alternating sides, elbow to the ceiling, 2, 3, and 4. All right, buddy, so that is 2 repetitions of this compound movement, okay? This is hitting your thighs, your quads, your hamstrings, your core. It's hitting your biceps, your upper back muscles, shoulders, lats, rhomboids, trapezius, all right? So you're hitting a large number of muscle groups with this combination. All right, so and the other thing, most of the time we're doing exercises that move forward and back or side to side, but we have rotation, especially in our hips, in our torso, in our shoulders. And so this rotation of the leg, it's like the knee opening in a circle, is going to open that rotational, movement pattern.
Your Second 50.life is my virtual platform that is designed for both men and women over 50 and 60, 70, and 80. And it includes pre-recorded video information on exercise and how to do it, whether you're fit and in good health, or if you have bad knees, bad shoulders, a bad back, whatever. It includes information on how to eat for weight management and how to eat for health management. It includes information on the psychology of aging and what do we need to do in our heads, because let's face it, this aging thing is not for the faint of heart. So Your Second 50.life is a virtual platform of resources that you can access at your own leisure, but it also includes 2 times a month live video coaching with me so that you can bring your own individual questions and get individual coaching, as well as have access to all the information on the pre-recorded videos. So please check it out, because we're all in this together. And we got this.
That many of us over 60, even if you're really fit and you're a biker, it's the forward back. You're a runner, the forward back. A walker, a hiker, a swimmer, that rotation move becomes compromised, and that can lead to injury or pain in the hip joint. So rotation, that's why I put that instead of just a straight leg lift into this complex movement. All right. So you're hitting large, number of muscles. You want to do a weight so that when you get to, somewhere around 6-8 repetitions, you're feeling like you have one more what's called RIR, rep in reserve. You could do one more round, but it would be like, oh my God, I'm getting really shaky. That's the point you want to get to. And I can tell you from experience, if you have the right weight for you, I would get to that right around probably 8 repetitions of this little complex movement, okay? So you want to get to that rubbery feeling, and then you're done. Check the box off for that day. Again, you're limited for time, but you just can feel good about what you have just done for your body with a mere 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so now, one more thing I want to tell you. When you're doing this, obviously, when you go to do it the first time, I'm surprised I didn't do it. You go down, you go to lift up, and you're like, whoa! So it's also got a balance challenge in this. And as you know, as we're aging, that balance is so important to avoid falling and then getting injured, which even if you recover from, it's going to take way longer when you're over 60, as all of you know, if you're in that range, watching this. All right, so a couple things I want to point out about this is when you're doing the row, and I'm going to do it from sideways without the weight. The reason why I have you put your elbows on your thighs is because look at my back position. It makes you stick your butt out and keep your back straight versus this. I get a lot of people, if I don't have your elbows on your thighs, do you see this? Like collapse. This is how we sit. And so it's our, unconscious mode that we go right into. But this is really bad for the discs and the vertebrae and the muscles of your lower back. But no, you can't. It's almost like impossible to do it in this way when you have your elbows on your thighs. So that's why I have your elbows on your thighs. You want to keep your back straight from the tailbone up to your top of your head. If I had a straight, like a broom, that would balance versus this, it would fall off. And I can't even just illustrating that right now. It hurts me to show you that. So that's why elbows on the thighs in this position. And if this is hard for you to get into, then just come into this position and just do the movement so your muscles get used to being in this position without weight, and then gradually start to add weight into it, okay? On the squat, the big thing here, and again, I'm going to do it from the side, this is not what you want to do. This, again, I have really bad knees. That hurts me to show you because my knees are going out in front. I'm keeping upright. When you do your squat, it's bringing your butt back and keeping your knees right over your ankles, not out in front of them, okay? So then when you come up, you do your circle, but when you go down, you're sitting back. I call this public restroom position for my women, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. For the guys, you just have to know when you go down, you should be able to see your toes. Your knees should not be covering your toes. And when you first go to do it, you might even lose your balance because you're just not used to doing that. So, be aware of that. Those are the things that you can get hurt from doing this. And I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to actually get results that are positive. All right, buddy, this is the last in my 6-part series. If you haven't watched the other 5, go back. They are pearls, okay? Go to my website, judyterrell.com. I've got all ways that you can work with me remotely, in person, if you're local to me. I have a platform called yoursecond50.life. It is a virtual library of exercise videos, nutrition information, health information about high blood pressure and diabetes and, fatigue and insomnia and not sleeping well and stress and just all things, dementia and how, what are foods good for that? Just a virtual library of information. Check that out. Very valuable. And as always, thank you for joining me. I hope you got good information from this series, and I hope to see you on another series really soon. We've got this fitness over 60 thing, and yes, Excellent job, everybody. See you soon. And if you'd like to have access to some of my additional resources, I can be found at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on my website, www.judyterrell.com.